accident. They're speeding.
Because they got the open road.
Yeah. So if you get into an accident or if you need some legal advice or anything like that, the guy is 24/7. Like I'm 24/7. Carl D. Barnes is 24/7 attorney at law, and his phone number is 1-800-6-BARNES. That's 1-800-6-BARNES. For those of you that are watching on Facebook, my friend Manny Almeida, shout out to Manny. Manny has a great idea. When you are watching on Facebook, he said it's better if you go on to the station's website. So if you're watching on Facebook, that's the way he does it. Because we get sometimes people email us and say, can't hear you on Facebook. And then other times people say, no, I can hear you fine.
We're good today. Everybody's rolling. Yeah. You got a lot of people saying, what's up?
What's up? All right.
Pasadena crew.
So YouTube, very important. Got my videos on there. Instagram, you're on there. I'm on there. And Facebook and Twitter.
And the podcast.
I got to tell you, and I'm not, sometimes we exaggerate things. I get a thing on Monday on how many people listen to the podcast, and the numbers have gone like way up.
Yeah. And
the reason I feel that is because people are staying home. Okay. But we've had some really good guests the last few weeks. We had Greg Smith from Parkway Grill, Chop House last week. That's on the podcast now. The week before that, of course, we had Will O'Neill, Newport Beach Mayor.
Newport Beach, he was awesome.
And then we had the lady that's the professor of economics,
Julia Norgard,
at Pepperdine.
Yes.
So if you miss anything, if you miss anything, and today we're going to have Phil Marty from the Sapporo USA Beer Company. All right. Plus, a little later in the show, as I mentioned, I'm going to teach you how to defrost that refrigerator. And I've got 3 believe it or nots. I got 3 believe it or nots that I'm going to share with you during the show. In fact, I'm going to give you one of them right now.
I can't believe that you have 3 believe it or not.
I got 3 believe it or nots. I was going to make this a trivia question, but I like the idea. Good, yeah. I like the idea of emailing first. All right. Peter at diningwithdills.com. Peter at diningwithdills.com. And I was going to do this true or false thing. Here we go. Are you ready? You are more likely to be killed by a champagne cork than a poisonous spider.
Really?
You are more likely to be killed by a champagne cork than a spider. Believe it or not, but it's the truth.
What about Tattinger champagne cork?
Oh, that's all we drink here.
That's right.
That's all we drink here on the radio.
Who's partying that hard that they're killing someone with their cork? Or has no
It happened at Paul Martin one time. I'll tell you that story too. All right, you guys, it's Peter Dills. It's the Food Report. Coming up after the break, let's talk about beer. Let's talk about sushi. It's Peter Dills, and if you like great Mai Tais and a wide range of wine-inspired food, then I need to tell you about one of my favorite restaurants. It's the Canoe House on Fair Oaks in South Pasadena. Great happy hour and some of the best Mai Tais that I've ever had. The Canoe House is fun. It's exotic. The food ranges from burgers and onion rings to ahi salad with weekly cold beer specials and that Mai Tai that I was telling you about. You can get it at happy hour each and every Monday. Every night is something different. The Canoe House in South Pasadena is a great place for any night of the week, and it's only a short drive from wherever you're listening to our show.
You have got to get to Gladstone's, smack dab in the middle of Southern California, the thriving little hamlet of Long Beach, overlooking the Queen Mary. Gladstone's. Why? Well, seeker of wisdom, truth, and gustatorial delights, the mere fact that you honor the world with your magnificent presence is reason enough to revel with abandon in the freshest and most tantalizing provisions from the fertile plains and the briny deep at Gladstone's. Feed your happy little fakes, mouth-watering lobster from the 7 seas, clam chowder so delicious George Washington would swim the ocean for, salmon so scrumptious it might kiss you, specials every day, and all at a price that won't bust the budget. Yes, I'm talking to you. It's the just reward for you being you. You have got to get to Gladstone's, smack dab in the middle of Southern California, in the thriving little hamlet of Long Beach, overlooking the Queen Mary. Gladstone's.
Hi, everybody, it's Peter Dills, happy to bring you this message from T.G. Metzger of State Farm.
Snatching stuff, Oh, what is going on in here?
It's okay, relax. Watch this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Dave.
Wow,
Is that your agent?
it's the jingle. Try it.
No.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
With the sandwich.
Oh, yeah. And the girl from 4E?
And can I get a hot tub?
Nice.
Find out what else State Farm agents can do for you at yagent.com.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is always there for you. Call your local State Farm rep. His name is T.G. Metzger. His phone number is 626-487-1500. That's T.G. Metzger at 626-487-1500. Where's the best place to buy your meats for home cooking? The local butcher, of course. What is my favorite brand of beef? That's easy. It's Harris Ranch. I discovered Harris Ranch great steaks many years ago at their award-winning restaurant in Coalinga in Fresno County. Hi, everybody. It's Peter Dills, and when I'm barbecuing at home with friends, it's always Harris Ranch beef. Their cattle are raised right here in California. Harris Ranch has been farming for over 100 years, delivering their cuts of beef locally. Truly, for a restaurant experience at home, I recommend Harris Ranch beef. For the complete list of restaurants and butchers in your area, go to harrisranch.com. And if you're in Fresno County, stop by the restaurant and tell them Peter Dills sent you.
So there I am, stuck at home for what felt like an eternity. But you know what? I put that time to good use, like by cleaning my grill, sweeping my patio, and getting ready to finally get the old gang back together again for some summer barbecue fun. Because that's what the best hostesses do. They prepare. So for whatever summer throws at you this year, Smart & Final has you and all your amigos covered with the variety they need at the value you love. Get the best deals delivered right to you by shopping online at smartandfinal.com. Smart & Final. One trip and that's it.
Go Country 105.
That's Peter Dills. Welcome back from the break. A little long there. I apologize about that. What a beautiful Sunday it is here in beautiful Southern California.
Amen.
All right. We had a little spot for Santa Anita Racetrack. They are open, but you can't go. My apologies. I mean, you can gamble online. I think you can go to something like ExpressBet, but I got to do something about get that commercial out. Maybe soon they'll be open.
Nothing live.
Yeah, nothing live.
Yes.
Well, they're live, but we can't go live. Shout out to my friend Eric Chan holding the fort down in the beautiful city of San Gabriel. International Sushi Day is coming up.
What's the date on that?
It's, well, we're going to find out. Phil Marty from the Sapporo Brewing is here. Phil, are you there?
Good afternoon, Peter. How are you?
My co-host threw me a curveball. He said, what day is that? I believe it's June 18th, right?
You are correct, sir.
You are correct, sir. All right. Phil Marty and I.
So, Peter, this is not a sound effect. This is the real thing. There we go.
Ooh, he pop a top.
Okay. Hey, I said
Kampai.
Kampai, M-O. Kampai, M-O. M-F, I mean. I asked you to come into the studio live. You said no, and now I know why. That is totally unfair.
Get his drink on. You don't have to drive all the way back from Anaheim.
He's not.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
He's not.
Speaking of Mama, I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's listening.
Hello. All right, here's the deal. The June 18th is International Sushi Day. Sapporo has been a great supporter of all the shows that Peter Dills does, and we wanted to get you on the line and talk about International Sushi Day. So is this a restaurant thing? Is this something that we can participate by going to our local supermarkets? What exactly is going to happen? And by the way, Phil, you're not eligible for this, but when I say the magic word, I'm giving that box away that you sent me. You must have overnighted it because I got it just a couple days ago.
Yeah, good old FedEx.
Yeah, we got a T-shirt. I almost wanted to take the bottle opener out because that's one I really enjoyed. The T-shirt, coasters, and a bunch of other stuff. And $1 million yen is in the box too.
That's terrific. There's going to be some lucky winners out there in radio land. Huh?
Okay, so tell us about International Sushi Day.
So it was something you can use with the vehicles for getting beer sold. Look at Cinco de Mayo for Mexican beer, St. Patty's Day for Irish beers. And the Asian beer set just didn't have anything. So our folks in marketing did some computer searches and Google searches and found that this International Sushi Day actually existed. And it's been June 18th for years. So starting about, I want to say 6 years ago, we put some investment into it. And what originally was to be a campaign for restaurants and bars to get behind, my team and I took to supermarkets and built a program around it where some supermarkets, I don't want to drop any names.
Go ahead. I saw one of the displays at Vaughn's in Pasadena.
Okay, so Vaughn's, Ralph's, Stater Brothers, we do demos now. So that was one of the vehicles that we can invest in with in-store demos. Some of them are wet, where you can get your age checked and enjoy a good sip of Sapporo beer. Or some of them are dry, where they'll partner us with let's say a frozen entree where you can try the food, but you just look at the beer. But bottom line is, it gets beer exposed, and it was a holiday that Sapporo, like the Japanese beer, as the best-selling Asian beer in the U.S., could totally get behind and boost distribution and volume. So that's what's happening in the supermarkets. There have been some enhanced activity at restaurants in the past, but this year, I don't need to tell you, it's something different.
You don't need to tell us. We're on the fighting line. We understand that. Phil Marty is with Sapporo USA. My daughter, her name is Lauren Dill's favorite restaurant, I think, and maybe for sushi, is a place called Sugarfish. And Sugarfish only serves Sapporo Light. It's just the most bizarre thing. But so the restaurants are opening. I was just mentioning before you got on the air, living in LA County, I was just surprised how I thought there'd be more people there. And I invited you out for you and I, when things start up again, we got to hit out Gladstone's and Chef Pete and have one of those Sapporo bombers out there on the patio.
That is correct.
Yeah, that is correct,
also,
sir.
We've seen from where I'm sitting, the restaurants that were ahead of the curve, starting to do takeaway business, would bring in Sapporo cans, a little more friendlier package to send with takeaway orders than bottles. Right. Capitalizing on that packaging, and still able to keep the beer flowing through the restaurant.
We're talking to Phil Marty, is with Sapporo. You know, at the Vaughn's that I go to, it doesn't matter that it's in Pasadena. They have these sushi stations, Phil. Is it comparable to Sugarfish? No, absolutely not. But I'm telling you, they make it fresh there, and it's pretty darn good. I mean, if you're looking for something relatively healthy for lunch, these little sushi bars that they have at supermarkets, they're pretty good. I mean,
and ready to eat.
Yeah, ready to eat, and they've got some stuff for like these little hand rolls for $5, or they got the trays all the way for $18. And I know. I'm pretty. You've known me for a long time. Usually, I'm pretty much of a snob. I mean, for me, like, it has to be either like Tattinger champagne or something like that.